Good morning. Happy Wednesday. It is a comparatively balmy 45 degrees out here today. Much better than the 30 degrees yesterday. Had a little cloud cover that helps retain the heat. I just watched a video by Baysock, B-A-Y-S-O-C-K. Freeman was freaking out, just screaming. He was doing his best Eric Brandt impression because a cop who is a member of the Fraternal Order of Police or something like that, which is a private organization, invited a rather cool, calm, and collected, although still liar, Earl, over to speak with him. Don't move forward, and then I could unstep. There you go. The dog had the leash wrapped under my leg, and every time I would move my leg to step over it, she would walk forward to prevent me from stepping over it. Dogs, like kids, only you can put them in kennels when they really piss you off. Anyway, so the cop invited Earl to come over and talk to him on Fraternal Order of Police property, and did not grant that same courtesy to Freeman because Freeman was being an asshole, and no one wants to talk to an asshole. So Freeman was belligerently screaming insults and simultaneously demanding that the cop come over and, in his words, cop-splain, and also telling the cops to stop cop-splaining. Confused? I know I am. What are you eating? Do I care? No, I don't care. Whatever it was crunchy. I hope it was delicious. And he's upset about the murder of these people. I assume they're the people that they've been going on about down there in Texas. I have been very busy. I haven't had a lot of time or inclination to watch any of these videos. My understanding is that the cops entered on a warrant, that apparently a cop had lied about something on the warrant to obtain the warrant. But the cops entered on a warrant, and the inhabitants shot two police officers, wounding them, and the police ended up killing the two inhabitants in the resulting gunfight. So with those facts, assuming those facts are true, did the cops murder them? No. The cops that entered on the warrant, it was a warrant. It was a properly issued warrant. Now, did it have a defect in that a cop lied in his affidavit to obtain the warrant? Yes. But until a court determines whether or not that's the case, well, there you go. It was warrant. Cops entered on warrant. And then if you look at castle doctrine or justifications in general for shooting people, it does require reasonable. It does require a reasonable belief that your life is in jeopardy. So, when the police officers entered, good morning. The inhabitants could have shot back if they reasonably believed that in Texas, certain crimes were about to be committed. They had to reasonably believe this. Reasonably believe it. They had to reasonably believe they were about to be murdered, kidnapped, sexually assaulted, robbed, or some aggravated version thereof. And there is no reasonable belief that cops are going to do those things, especially not cops coming in on a warrant. So these people who fired at the police officers, no matter how defective the warrant is, it's very unlikely that they will be able to justify that they reasonably believed that the cops were there to murder them or whatever. And had they not started firing, well, as soon as they started firing, then the police officers were justified in shooting them. You can't shoot at police officers, and you can't shoot at people. You can't use deadly force unless you, in Texas, you reasonably believe that they're like if you're not in your house, if you reasonably believe somebody's going to kill you, use deadly force against you, then you can probably respond back with deadly force. Probably. Hashtag talk to a local attorney. But generally speaking, yeah, it has to be, justifiable in that manner. In your house, they make it a little easier for you to prove it. But it's still, you have to reasonably believe these things. Now, the police officers, obviously, if any and all of them who were guilty of that, of lying on the affidavit, they are and should be culpable criminally and civilly. Maybe the families will be able to recover something from them, hopefully. I'm not sure entirely that we want to blame all the police for the actions of the people who did lie on the warrant or who were complicit in that. Just like I don't think greater society should blame all First Amendment auditors for the actions of people who've broken the law while doing audits, like Freeman or Furry Potato or Monkey or Johnny 5-0 or any of the other people who've collected charges and or convictions and or plea bargains, etc., while auditing. But I understand it. Just like the rest of the world is going to impute their behaviors to everybody who is in the community, people in the community are going to impute those behaviors to every cop. What are you going to do? So anyway, that was my 2 cents on that particular situation, and I want to continue to point out that Earl could be a great auditor if Earl could stop lying and stop trying to escalate and do stupid things. I'm not sure what they were doing out there. I only watched Baysock's video. I didn't watch any other background. But it sounded like what Earl's intentions was, or at least what his stated intentions were. You can't really trust a liar, can you? But his stated intentions were that he was there to try to see if they could pony up some money for the family, for the 2 people who were shot, for their burials. And, I don't have a disagreement with that. I think that it's a fine thing to raise money for. I would like to point out that Earl is sitting on quite a stash in his GoFundMe or whatever it is. Of course, it's under the wrong name, which could present problems when he's trying to recover the money, but he's sitting on a good chunk of change, and he can afford to pay for a couple real nice burials. And you're going to say, well, Earl didn't have anything to do with those people getting shot. And, well, the people that he's asking probably didn't have anything to do with those people getting shot. The people who had something to do with those people getting shot are probably on suspension or some sort of leave while they're trying to figure everything out, while they're doing their investigations. It's funny. Freeman is just so sure that these cops committed murder. Rah! He doesn't need to wait for an investigation. It's just obvious, guys. It's just obvious. But when an auditor gets arrested for something, oh no. No. It can't be that obvious. It can't be just straight up whatever it is. No. You're being silly. Only Freeman can judge the law. Only auditors can judge the law. It's amazing that so many seemingly excellent attorneys never bothered to go to law school or take the bar. But boy, they sure know a crime when they see it, don't they? Anyway, I'm rambling now. I'm really rambling. All right, well, I'm going to I've been working on a big project and my inbox is just overflowing from all the things that I haven't been doing. So if you don't see me on today, again, I have not received a bar complaint. I have not been served with a lawsuit. Nobody's shown up to punch my punchable face. I mean, just keeping you guys in the loop. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.